Hey, what's up, guys? It's your friendly neighborhood GiftLions here, back with another Division 2 video. Today I wanted to do something a little different, and it's not necessarily a build guide per se or anything like that, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about SHD levels and how... Ooh, a dog just ran by and took me out of my menu. Look at that. Just wanted to talk a little bit about how to level up your watch, and this is guaranteed. This is geared more towards the newer players. So if you're just joining us in the Division 2, or maybe a long-time player who just doesn't really have any guidelines of sort of rules to follow for leveling up their watch. All right, as you can see up there, I've got right here. I've got 232 shade levels. I did my season so long ago. I finished 100 levels on that just from playing the game and putting on modifiers, doing heroic missions and a few legendary missions and stuff like that. So my favorite build currently in the game is this True Patriot build, and this is a tank build. So I won't go into this. I think I already made a video on this build, and maybe I'll do another one later. But basically, I use the exotic mask here, 4 pieces of True Patriot, and then these gloves, Motherly Love, just to get my shield up high. All right, 5.2 million HP on the shield. True Patriot, does all the great buffs, and then of course we use the Artificer Hive here to heal our shield. But so anyway, so this is really how you want to build your watch for either your tank builds or your that's not the best one. This one I've been using a lot lately. Or a skill build, okay? Now this is not damage builds. This is for skill builds or tank builds. How you want to build up your watch, just in case you're new to the game again, or you just didn't really know. So as you can see here, I've spent almost all my points so far just straight up weapon damage. So I think that is a great point to start for your offensive stats when you think you want to run perhaps skill builds or tank builds. Okay, now if you're weapon damage or something, of course you might want to do critical hit chance, critical hit damage, headshot damage for sniper builds, etc. Right? But what I'm saying is a nice place to start and to max out first. As you can see, I've got 7.4% so far. Hopefully soon to get to 10%, which is the max. Go for straight weapon damage if you don't really know where to put your points, or you want to do a skill build or a tank build, right? Because you're not going to have a lot of crit chance or crit damage on skill builds or tank builds predominantly. You're going to be more worried about, skill damage and skill haste and things like that. And for a tank, you're going to worry about armor and things like that, right? So that's where I'd say to start, okay? Now, again, if I get into a sniper build or I get into a crit build, of course, this will change in the future. But as you can see, I think a great place to start, again, pure weapon damage, okay? Let's go over here to armor next. As you can see, you might think, well, this guy's a tank build mostly, right? Does he use health? Not 1 point. And you know why? Because look at the center there. I can't hover on it, but the center, plus 6,960 health. So you're going to get health anyway as you level up your watch, right? So I think that the worst place to put your points over here is health. Okay, now maybe a long time ago in the meta you'd have some sort of strained build with health or something, but not at all. Don't even, if you've put points there, just stop. Don't put any more points in health. And as you can see here, I'm a little bit more spread out. Okay, I've got a little bit into armor and I've got a little bit into explosive resistance, but mostly, where did I put it? Hazard protection. So I'm at 4.4% totally. Now the reason for that is when Warlords of New York came out and all the sweeping changes to Gear 2.0 and all whatever changed, we had just none of that hazard protection before. So we were dying really easily to bleed and to burn. And of course poison, we know, was lethal. Now these things are going to be changed as of the recording of this video, coming up this Tuesday, the second week in May. There's going to be some nerfs to some of those things, which is great. But I still think that a great place to start here would be hazard protection to protect you from burn, poison, bleed, and then of course explosive resistance. And I tried to have a little bit of each, so I'm doing 2% so far of explosive resistance, but most of my points are here in hazard protection. And then only recently, because I just wanted to be a bit more tankier, I've been putting them into armor. Okay, so you might want to do all armor, and I wouldn't false you there. I wouldn't say that that's a bad idea, but I'd also say that you'd probably do yourself a favor by putting some points into hazard protection and explosive resistance. You know, those grenadiers, those mortars, those missiles, those rocket launchers, whatever. Those things will mess you up. So having a little bit of this here, for instance, I could throw a grenade at my feet now, you know, and I'll live, whereas with no points there, I didn't. I only have 2% here, but I put a little bit of hazard protection on my build as well, by the way, and I'll get to that. So I'd say start with hazard protection, then sprinkle a little bit of explosive resistance, and only finally do some armor. But stick with hazard protection, explosive resistance first. And I'll show you. So this is my skill build here. But if you look at my chest, oh, that's armor, and kill. No, that's a bad example. How about here? Yeah. So I usually roll an explosive resistance. This is a skill build, obviously, it's a hardwired. But I usually roll an explosive resistance or a hazard protection. Let me show you my tank build again, the true Patriot here, and you could see, so that little bit adds to my already, again, sorry, armor on kill, bad example, here we go, hazard protection, okay, explosive resistance, you know, so you really want to have a little bit built into your tank builds, but then get some more points from your watch. And by the way, I have 1 point right now. So where am I going to put it after telling you all this? Yes, more hazard protection. Fire's getting nerfed on Tuesday from cleaners, but still, you would not do anything wrong by putting points into hazard protection, explosive resistance. Work on armor last, okay, once you've already had a good base. And the reason why I put any points in armor at all is because most of my builds, especially my tank builds, which are my favorite, have these two things already, explosive resistance, hazard, okay? So let's get down to handling. As you can see, I've not put 1 point into accuracy or on stability, okay? I'm on console here. As a tank, I'm usually up close with the shield, so I do not need accuracy or stability, okay? Because I'm so close that most of my shots are right on target, and I'm pushing them with the Crusader shield really heavily, okay? That's number one. Number two, let's say you're doing a skill build. Again, this is for a skill build as well. Your weapon is not really something you think about. I mean, I personally don't. When I'm running a skill build, the only thing my weapon is really there for is either to heal me with things like preservation or something, or to get my skills stronger, like reformation, which is my healing skills, or spiked or something like that to get my skills. So I wouldn't waste any points in this. Learn how to control your recoil, put stability mods on your weapon, whatever you got to do, but don't put any points at all in accuracy or stability. Just hit your shots. Don't worry about that. What you really want to put it in is reload speed, okay? Especially as a tank, when I'm running the Crusader shield, my weapon takes forever to load. There's some sort of metric there, but when you're running a Crusader shield, it feels like your automatic weapons, your SMGs, assault rifles, take forever to reload. So I've put so far 6.2%, all right, which is a lot, more than halfway into reload speed, and that has helped me a lot with things like the Chatterbox, especially when I'm running my favorite PP19 with a huge magazine with all sorts of crit chance and stuff on it, and I'm running strained or whatever, or clutch or something. Yeah, so you want to do reload speed and then ammo capacity. Now, once you're running True Patriot, which I am now for my tank, I've switched it over from a previous tank build, ammo capacity is not as important because you have so much extra ammo capacity from True Patriot, and you have extra magazine size. But if you're running heroic content like I am, or if you're running legendary missions like I am, if you're in the end game, you will need some ammo capacity because you will constantly be running out of bullets. Unless, of course, you are also running the specialization, I forget what it's called right now, but the one with the big massive LMG, which will get you that. So you really want to focus on reload speed, number one, and then I would say ammo capacity just a bit. I've put a few points in here. I'm at 6%, and that's about fine for now. I'm going to focus everything left on reload speed until I get this maxed out, okay? Don't do accuracy or stability. Again, if you're running a sniper build or something, maybe you want to do these. But for skill and tank, don't waste a point, okay? Scavenging, I wouldn't waste anything here. Just store them up. All right, if you absolutely need it, like say you're crafting mods and you need some ceramics, you know, go ahead. Like right now I'm low on ceramics, sure, I'll use it. But you're usually going to be maxed on a lot of this stuff, especially late game like I am. So don't really worry about it. Just let them stack up until you need them, okay? Don't waste your points. Don't think you have to use it. Just let it sit there. Okay, there you are. Now, utility. This is the last one. And something that you could see I'm in 3 different spaces here pretty evenly, okay? So first off, I started with skill haste because I thought, man, with these new Warlords of New York changes, right? Oh, skills are coming back so slowly. So I put 3% into there. That's what I started doing. And then I kind of stopped, and now I'm trying to make them evenly. So I'll put a point here, a point here, a point here. I did not put any points in duration. I do not understand how this can be helpful unless we're using support stations, which we don't have yet in this game, if we're going to have them. You know, when I'm using maybe a puff cloud or something, or a chem launcher, you know, perhaps. But I don't really see much value, so I do not spend a point. This will be the last one that I put even 1 point in. It will be the last, okay? Instead, I'd say focus on skill haste, because skill haste is very slow in this game, okay? Except when you're doing a ton of hardwired builds like I am. I have a few different variations. Sure, skill haste is important. It always is. Nothing to deny there. Skill haste is always important. But skill damage, now if you're running skill builds, you want to have this all the way maxed out. You want to do nothing but skill damage. If you're running hardwired, I would say don't even put a point in haste. Focus all on damage. But because I'm a tank first, you have to remember, I did skill haste first because I wanted to have my shield come back quickly. And then I was running my Seeker Mine hardwired build for a long time, turret and Seeker Mines, so I started putting damage. But lastly, and more recently, I've been putting everything into skill repair, and I'll tell you why. The Artificer Hive. Every time you put a point into this, you're strengthening your Artificer Hive, which is strengthening your shield. I'm only at 3.2% here, but I'm putting every point into this from now on, and I'll show you what I mean. So here I am. When I put points into that, do you see on the right where it says skill repair 56%? Well, yeah, that's what that is. So when you're putting those points into skill repair, you're getting that artificer to heal your shield. And what does that mean? When I'm using my shield like this, and my shield is going down, and about every 5 or 6 or 7 seconds, I'm hoping to find an enemy here to show you what I mean. But when you're getting shot at by an enemy, that 56% means it heals your shield for more than half, which is very helpful late game in heroic missions. I hear some enemies over here, so let me show you what I'm talking about. I feel like some shotgun shells are flying by. Let's here we go. So remember, I have 56% skill repair. Let's get shot at here. Oh, that's my guy. Hey guys, shoot me. I don't know. She said, "How about you fight without your shield?" But that was one of my That was one of my allies. I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but here we go. They're all running away from me. But basically, the more that they shoot you, the higher your skill repair is, the more your shield repairs. It's crucial for a Crusader shield tank build. Here we go. So let me shoot me up. Shoot me up. Watch this. There we go. So what? She doesn't do enough damage. She just wants to rush me. Shoot me. There we go. So watch my shield now, okay? Well, anyway, they're not doing enough damage here in the open world. But basically what that does is when it repairs my shield, it's going to do, if it's more than halfway, which it is now, it will completely, here we go, there we go. So that was it. So it's just fully recharged my shield, if you saw that. So anyway, if you're running a tank build, if you're running a shield build, absolutely put all your points into skill repair. If you're running a skill damage build, put all your points into skill damage and haste. Don't put any points, like I said, into duration, unless for some reason some sort of quirky thing comes out that's valuable to, you know, to healing builds or whatever. But that's really it, guys. That's this video. Just wanted to show you how I'm spreading my points and how I would suggest you spend yours. Thanks so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I'm going to try to put some new stuff out soon because we have a patch hitting on Tuesday. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.